Our nation has made mistakes in fulfilling the premise on which our government was built. The premise on which we were built was that all men are created equal, endowed by their creator with unalienable rights, among these being life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The premise of our nation was of equality, of natural rights given to us by God, that governments instituted by men have no authority and should have no power to violate. And our country is run by sinful people because we are all fallen. We are all sinners. And we have not always fulfilled the promise in our founding, the promise on which our nation was founded. But what have we done as a nation to address shortcomings and failures? We fought a war, for God's sake. People gave their lives to make sure that that promise was restored after that promise was violated. We have fought for hundreds of years to make sure that women and Black people and the unborn enjoy the promises guaranteed to them in our Constitution. This is not a nation that only values white lives. This is a nation so committed to the truths that are codified in our founding documents that we have been willing to fight for literally hundreds of years to make sure that mistakes from the past never happen again. The idea that our nation is an illegitimate nation, that our government is an illegitimate government, because the men who structured our government were also sinners. They also failed to live up to the documents that created our country and the promises that they instilled in these documents, that they themselves as individuals failed to live up to that as they hoped for our nation something better than themselves. The idea that our nation is so tainted by racism, that it was so tainted by slavery, that we are irredeemable, that people today should bear guilt and blame, that this sin of our past should never be absolved, even though the people of today have taken no part in that. That's an evil idea in and of itself. An idea as evil as the mistakes that were made in our country's history.